I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. Yes, it's a card that has been out for a week now, but he is still technically speaking part of the Premier League team of the season, and of course, as you can see in the top right, he is first owner, so he was packed. This was part of the community. No, it wasn't actually. It was in a pack opening. I was going to say it was part of the community guaranteed team of the season pack, but it wasn't. It was just in a standard pack opening. So yeah, he's been out for a week, and you may have already seen a video from someone else of him, but I haven't used him, so I'm going to try him out, you know. A few games played, and an interesting chem style, actually. I've gone with a Guardian. Now, the reason I've gone with a Guardian rather than anything else is because I felt like boosting the agility, maybe the dribbling, composure, and ball control up, as well as the defensive stats, of course, would make a little bit more sense, considering he already has 97 short passing. I could have gone a few other ways, you know. Backbone increases the strength, increases the jumping, takes him up to a 97 rated CDM. But just because that makes him a higher rated card on paper doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be better for me. You know, personally, I wanted that agility boost. I wanted maybe the extra dribbling bonus. In terms of the card itself, this is going to be one of those very difficult cards to criticize because, at least on paper, without even talking about the in-game ability, he has 80 acceleration and 75 sprint speed, which for a CDM is fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. It would be great if he had better sprint speed and better acceleration and pace in general. Of course it would, but it's not the end of the world if you're actually going to play him as a CDM. If you play him as a central midfield player, then maybe you'll want, I don't know what an engine does, but takes him up to a 94 rated CM. It's a bit of a waste if you ask me. I mean, it's not, but it is at the same time. He's got insane dribbling stats apart from his agility. Mid-90s and even high 90s across the board there, and high 90s for passing, as well as 80 sprint speed, 85 acceleration. But as I say, I'm going to use him as a CDM. He'll be dropping between the two centre-backs as well, because that's just how I play my CDMs, so I don't need that much pace. If I do get that far forward where we can take a shot, he's got 90 shot power, 85 long shots. That's not too bad, so, you know, edge of the area for corners, things like that, you never know. He might get a chance or two. 97 short passing, 88 vision. For a CDM who's just going to be playing it out from the back, that's fine. And there is some evidence of him, well, not some evidence, but there is some clips. There are some clips of him passing and raking the ball, not like 70 yards diagonally up the pitch or anything, but, you know, sort of a cross-field pass or little looping ball over the top of defenders' heads and things. He's got some really good dribbling stats across the board. 99 for reactions, ball control, 90 dribbling, 95 composure with the Guardian chem style, of course. Really good defensive stats. 99 for interceptions, defensive awareness, stand tackle, and slide tackle. Heading goes up to 75. He's only 5'10", so he's very unlikely going to win any headers, let's be honest. I'm not really that bothered about that anyway. The team we've got him in is the team that I reviewed Jimenez and Jose Perez in. If you haven't seen those reviews, go check them out. I did make a mistake on the Jimenez review. Only the title, though, not the actual video itself. I literally just wrote Jimenez 91, and it was like that for, like, I don't know, 7 hours or something. I was really tired. Uploaded it at like 6 a.m, put it live at about 7. Didn't wake up till 12 or something, and it just was Jimenez 91. A lot of people watched it, though, so just goes to show titles don't necessarily mean views. So anyway, what's this card all about, Alfie? It's alright, mate. It really is. It's not bad at all. I like I said at the beginning, it's going to be difficult for me to criticize, because on paper at least, it's just... It's not perfect, but it's not far off it. You know, he's got everything you need in the right area, and of course, if you could handpick the stats, and I gave you an unlimited budget of points to spend, then of course you just make everything 99, right? But for example, a lot of people might look at it and go, well, he's only got 3-star skills. Well, he's a CDM. I don't care about that. Who cares about a CDM having 5-star skills? I mean, yes, okay, a skiller would love it, and it would be fun from time to time to have someone at the back who can, like, you know, like I've got that Saar foot birthday card and a Marvi left back foot birthday card who've got 5-star skills. Sometimes it is fun, and even the goalkeeper, Pope, I use him quite regularly on my Road to Glory account, and it's quite handy and quite fun to have 5-star skills at the back, so you can run out from the back and do them every now and again just for a bit of showboating purposes. But when you're playing or trying to win the game and play competitively and just generally just play to win, you're not really going to use them. So I'm not bothered about that. The speed, like I said, he's already on drop back. It just really isn't that big a deal. And then everything else about the card is just quality. His strength is not as high as maybe you'd want it to be. It's only 84. But I don't know why. I can't really explain it. It's got nothing to do with balance or even body type, because he's got a lean body type, right? But his strength is very good. Not to the point where I'm going to write it down as a positive, but it's definitely not a negative, even when we're talking end game cards, which I believe this guy is. I mean, with a chem style 96 rated, you can't really get much higher than that. I think if you're if you're reviewing a card that is, okay, it's gonna be quite difficult to explain, but if you're reviewing a card that on paper with a chem style or without a chem style is 94, 95 plus, we're talking end game. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that just because he's 95 rated on paper means he's end game. Of course, he needs to play like it, so he needs to be as good as an end game card is. He needs to be up there, and when you're playing with him, I mean, look at that for a pass with the weak foot, I might add, 4-star weak foot. When you're playing with him, you need to be feeling that sort of, wow, this guy's insane. I'm a big fan of him. I don't really feel like he could improve in many, if any, areas at all. That's what makes a card endgame, and this guy is, because when I was writing the review breakdown, which we'll get into in just a minute, I couldn't really think of a negative, apart from the odd, like, very petty thing. I couldn't really think of I wish this was better, because he is just spot on. Now, in terms of price, before we get to that breakdown where I'll talk about price, he is bang on 220,000 coins, which I think it's a fair price. And for an end game CDM, that if you buy him and he fits into your team without having to change anything, it's a card you'll keep there from now until the end of the game. You'll have absolutely no need to upgrade him unless you get, I don't know, you go and buy Team of the Year Kante, for example. And for me personally, if I got the 94 Jordan Henderson, then I would want to switch him out, but that's just because I'm a Liverpool fan. But he's going to be a card you keep till the end, so 220,000 coins isn't too much to spend. Now, with that being said, I haven't got value for coins as like 100, because there are definitely going to be cards in the game that are not better value for money, but that are like, for instance, you've got this, I think, Scream Medell, right? On paper, he's like, with a chem style, he's like a 90 plus rated CDM. He's like 10, 12k. That is absolutely insane value for coins. So when you consider the fact that this guy is 200,000 plus, but you can get that Medell card that isn't that, I wouldn't say it's not that far away from Fernandinho, because he's absolutely nowhere near him. I'm not comparing him in that sense, but it's a 90 plus rated card. So there has to be at least one or two other cards out there that are very similar, if not the same quality, that are a lot less. So, and I'll come back to this, and I bet a lot of you are wondering how long it'll take him to mention this guy's name. Kante. Kante is my favourite card in the game, bar none. And I'll have no one else tell me otherwise. And I can't find him. But Kante's price is going to be far less than what Fernandinho's price is. I'm just searching it up now. Now, I'm just talking about the 89 Kante. Bog standard Kante is around 80 to 90,000 coins. So we're talking over 130,000 coins cheaper than this team of the season Fernandinho. Now, you have options. You have an Inform, which is more expensive than this team of the season card. You've got a 90 team of the year nominee, which is, again, probably a little bit more expensive. And the more you go up, it's just the more and more it costs. But that 89 Kante with just, a backbone or a powerhouse, 93 rated CDM, not as good on the ball in terms of dribbling, not quite as good as his passing, absolutely nowhere near as good in terms of long shots and things like that, but still a fantastic card. I would say Fernandinho is better. I still think Kante is my favourite card, and I would prefer to have him in my team than Fernandinho. But in terms of quality, Fernandinho is better. So I was just talking about that in terms of value of coins. Sprint speed is quite literally the only con I can find, and even that isn't really a con. This is a great card, and if you are considering it and you have the coins and he fits your team, you will not regret it. Let me know in the comments whether you've tried him. If you have, what do you feel? Is he good? Is he bad? Let me know down below. If you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.